Welcome. Hello and welcome. I'm Pamela Burton, and we welcome you here to the press conference in the benefit and sponsorship of Longines, FEI, and the x-bionic sphere, this wonderful facility where we are being hosted. I would like to introduce all of our panelists. They each are extremely important to not only this competition, but to the world of endurance and athletes altogether. We have, in very important order, Vladimir Becher, who is next to me, and he is the assistant course director. So you will ask him your course questions. Right next to him and in center stage is Sabrina Ibanez, the FEI Secretary General, and a very important member of the FEI organization, and we are very proud to have her here. And next to her is Juraj Bača, and he is the chairman of the board of the x-bionic sphere, where we all are. And, of course, most of us know and are extremely happy to see Juma Pontidac from Spain. Yes, yes. Current FEI European world champion in endurance, and a huge, wonderful, positive force for endurance, and of course competing tomorrow. And next to him is Michaela Sukova, do I have that right? And she is a 17-year-old member of the Slovakian team, and currently rated number 12 in the junior and young riders, and she did finish in 2014 the event here, which was one of the first endurance, I believe, for the junior and young riders. A few of the participants today will be translated with Christina. And so I'm going to ask, starting with Sabrina, to say a few words of welcome and what they have on their minds, and then we can open it up for a few questions. And please, when we do have questions, we will ask you to wait for the microphone so everybody can understand. So we'll go over that, but please, Sabrina, you have the floor.
Thank you, Pamela. First of all, I just wanted to say that we are absolutely delighted to see so many members of the media covering the Longines FEI World Endurance Championships. There'll be over 200. And personally, I'd like to thank, on behalf of the FEI and the entire equestrian community, for doing this. It's very important. We are very, very pleased to be in Šamorín. This is, as I'm sure most of you have already seen, this venue is just absolutely unique and incredible. Everything has been thought out of. And not only can it host our important discipline, but it can also host other sports, Olympic sports, 27 in total. We were very pleased that Šamorín took the initiative to host this championship at such a short notice. And we're very happy to have the first FEI World Championships in Slovakia. This is the first and hopefully not a last. I just wanted to give you some figures about endurance. Many of you are very familiar with endurance, but maybe some of you are not. Endurance is our second biggest discipline after jumping. We have 900 international events approved each year by the FEI. There has been an incredible growth. 300% increase of endurance rides since 2004. That's quite a number. And this just shows the passion and the momentum that it's taking. And I have to say, jumping has to be concerned, because if it keeps on going like this, they'll probably overtake the entire calendar. Endurance is a family sport, and you'll see that here. It's a family affair. Juma is a perfect example with his lovely wife. It's a passion that is spread, it's contagious, and once you're hooked, it's hard to let go. We have some very interesting people competing, some interesting heroes that will be competing at these championships. For one, we have Pilar Saravia, who's only 14 years old, and she's ranked number 3 in the world. Personally, I'm extremely impressed. And talking about women, we have at this championship 6 teams that are composed of women only. I think that's lovely. But we also have some very experienced riders here with us today, tomorrow, in the likes of Paulo Branco. Paulo Branco, many of you may know him. He is actually very famous and one of the best well-known film producers in Europe. And you may not know this, but he actually should be this week in Toronto presenting 2 of his films. But rather than doing that, he decided to compete in this championship. So that just shows you the passion that this sport has and why we're all so very excited to be here. I personally wanted to thank again X-Bionic Sphere for taking up the challenge and hosting this incredible championship. Of course, the Slovakian Federation, because without their support and dedication, this never would have happened. And naturally, again, Longines, who's a premium partner of the FEI and who have contributed and will continue to contribute to our sport and to this championship. So thank you very much, and I truly hope that you will enjoy tomorrow's championship. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabrina. Next, we'll hear from Juraj Bača, and he probably has more than we have time for to tell you about the facility, but we do want to know enough now. I'm sure we all have questions about all the beautiful arenas and the things that we've seen. So Juraj will give us a bit of a background.
Thank you. First of all, on behalf of the whole team of X-Bionic Sphere, I would like to welcome all of you again at the venue of the World Championships. And we are extremely proud that FEI put a trust in our facility. In such a short notice, we try to make everything possible to comfort you, media, sportsmen, horses, and everybody, also the visitors, as much as we could. And I hope that we will prove that it was a good decision. I would proudly announce that we became, under the Olympic rings, the official training center in Slovakia. And this also gives us a big opportunity, but also it makes it a strong and hard duty to prove that we are capable of host the best in the world. We are very proud and we are very happy that the best in this discipline and this specific sport are the first ones in our facility for the first World Championships in Slovakia, and we will make everything possible to help them reach their limits. I hope that, as Sabrina mentioned, everybody will become successful within their own expectation, because we know the winner is only the one who will be the first one in the finish line. Although on our opinion, I think everybody who will come to the finish line and will say that he did the best as he could will be the winner. We hope that all these people will spread the message. I think that they will spread the good message that our team, especially the X-Bionic Sphere team and the FEI together, that we could and we did provide the best we were able to. I hope you will have a good time, and I hope that you will be there tomorrow in the finish line to support not the first one, but also the very last one. I don't know how many, and I don't know how many hours or how many minutes, but we'll all be there, and please help us to cheer everybody who will come, who came, who will come, and who will become in the finish line as the participants and the winner too. Thank you.
Thank you, Juraj. And Juma, we would love to hear from Juma. Not only, I have a few questions too, since he won on this course last year, a slightly different course, how he found the course, or if he thought it was a fast course, and he can explain any parts of that he wishes, and I'm sure you have questions for him later. Juma?
First of all, I would like to thank Longines to sponsor one race like this and to trust the people from endurance, because sometimes we're missing this kind of support, and I think the first thing to do it is appreciate it that we have this time the support from Longines and the FIA. The second thing that when I am here, I think is appreciated a lot Mario and all the x-bionic sphere group, that they make amazing place for all the horses, and when the horses came here, they feel a horse, and they are not telling to you not do this, not do that. The horse is a little bit free, and it's really appreciated for the owners or for the riders of the horses, and I'm pretty sure for the horses too. From the track, compared to last year to this one, we ran in this one this year, we ran in the last year in the European Championship, and I think the track is really nice track when you're training, or when you're riding, in him. It looks like a special place, and it's good for the horses. It's true that this time it's a little bit in the dry season, then it's a little bit hard on the ground. Then this could appear some lameness issues. That is not a problem, because something could happen to even ourselves of this. But it's a very nice place and a very nice track for the horses. It will be a fast track. This is true. But will be a fast track for the horses that they can run faster. The horses that they cannot run faster, they will have a track as their level. Then the track is in the good place. The loop that they change this year is more technical, and is more. It changed a little bit the mind of the horse when he's training there or when riding there. And the last year we had a loop in the mountains that was also nice. Then I like the both parts of the circuit, and I like the last loop, and I like these loops. And I hope our horses and all the horses tomorrow, they will do good, and they will enjoy the race, and they will finish well. Then the position probably will be finished for the quality of themselves, but if they finish well, is enough.
Thank you, Juma, and we'll look forward to seeing your progress tomorrow and cheering on Spain and Maria. And you'll have to ask some questions about her. She will be riding, and she was going to come today, but Juma said she is taking care of a child with a bit of a fever.
Yeah, we bring all the family here. As Sabrina says, it's a family sport. We are not used to going in the normal races with the family, because we are care too much that not happen anything, or if you are concentrated with the horse, sometimes it's difficult. But thanks to x-bionic sphere here, you have a lot of space, you have a lot of places that the kids could be without being in danger from the horses. And one of the races that we go in the family is the championship. And this year the problem that we had is that one of our kids get a little bit fever on the trip. Wasn't a little bit before, but whatever. And Maria couldn't attend here the venue. Sorry.
Well, I'm just going to give a small word about Maria, who I've watched for many years. But the last time that I saw her personally in a huge competition was in Lexington, and she rode 100 miles and won. And oh, by the way, she had given birth to a child 7 weeks before that. She has my utmost appreciation as a woman, a sportswoman, and I'm sure as a wife and a mother. So.
Yeah, as a wife and a mother, I can trust. I can say yes, I will, I am.
Yes, thank you, Juma. Next, I'm sure we have some questions. We'd love to hear from Vladimir Becker. He is the assistant course director, and he will be speaking to us mostly through our translator, Christine. And I'm certain that we would like to know a little bit about the course. I'm sure there is, as Juma said, there's some technical that's been put together, and perhaps why they thought they needed some more technical, might be an opening position.
Na rozdiel od minulých ročníkov na vrcholných podujatiach sme sa rozhodli tento rok nezaradiť do preteku horské etapy v Malých Karpatoch.
So unlike last year, this year we decided not to use the mountain loop in this course.
A tým uľahčiť pretekárom pretek tým, že sa bude jazdiť iba na okruhoch na rovine v okolí Šamorína.
And this makes it easier for the riders since they will be only riding around Šamorín where the course is pretty flat.
A trať sa skladá z lesných ciest, z polí, z trávnatých častí, ktoré sa nachádzajú pri Dunaji, na hrádzi.
The course is made up of different grounds. There's dirt roads, there's grassy fields by the river Danube.
Na trati sa nachádzajú všetky typy povrchov.
There's different variations that the riders will ride on. As I mentioned, grass, dirt roads on the field.
I would just ask, was this an easier loop that you put in, and the purpose was because it's a very hot time now? Was that part of your reasoning?
Dlhšiu dobu nám nepršalo, tak aj tie povrchy sú tvrdé.
Since we had a very dry season here in Slovakia, the ground is pretty tough, so we had to think about different alternations.
Very good. That's what I was wondering. I'm sure there'll be more questions for you later. As I said, there'll be a small question after we finish the panel. But also, we will then, after that, adjourn to a small cocktail, and you can informally ask any of the participants whatever you wish. So that'll be very comfortable for you. And so we will speak to Michaela Superkova, and our 17-year-old Slovakian rider. And I think we would like to know, I think we'll start off, and I'll ask her if the horse she's riding tomorrow is one that she has won on or has confidence in from before.
Takže radi by vedeli, že kôň, na ktorom budeš zajtra súťažiť, či je taký, na ktorom sa cítiš sebavedome, či si už na ňom predtým vyhrala.
Takže na tomto koni som už pretekala, musela som si spraviť kvalifikáciu.
I competed on this horse before since I had to qualify with him.
And is he one that you would say had special talents for this course? Does he like a flatter course and to get out in front?
Myslíš si, že tento kôň má nejaký špeciálny talent, alebo že sa hodí presne na túto trať, keďže je rovinatá?
Tak určite áno, každé kone majú radi rovinu a ľahšiu trať, keď nemusia ísť do kopcov.
I think that every horse is happy when the course is flat and they don't have to climb any mountains.
That's probably a good answer. Well, I think we'll have more questions individually on your riding and what you think of the course, and we're very proud of you, and I know Slovakia is. So thank you all. I think at this point, yes, go ahead.
So I would maybe just additionally, not explain, but maybe give a certain more info about the course. Vladimir was, and also the whole crew of the organizing committee was deciding whether to make the loop to the forest or whether to stay on the surfaces around the resort. And this was also decided by the coverage of the broadcasting stream. We would like to have media the most important places, and we would like to offer for the viewers like spectator views from the field. In the forest from the previous years, we had the technical difficulties because of the GSM signals and all the abilities to shoot with the cameras. So we try to fulfill all these needs also to the media. That's why we decided to put these courses in the areas covered.
Okay.
Other than that, I cannot guarantee, but I think our team, and they are strictly professionals, but they can also pull some strings. And for tomorrow, they announced rain, so it should be 23 degrees and a bit rain, so the surface might be softer, so it will be kind for the horses.
So that's a great deal of pull you have. Well, it's nice. The press is always happy to hear that we're kept in mind on the viewing and the promotion of the sport. We'd love to get the best angles that we can. And so thank you very much for that. That is a big question. Sabrina?
I also want to say something else. I just wanted to talk about the participation. You may or may not know that we have 8 more nations competing at this championship than we did in 2012. And some of them for the very first time. So we have China, Estonia, Hong Kong, Luxembourg, Mexico, Thailand, and Tunisia, which I think is very interesting. And also there are some federations that had not competed in the last World Championships or in the past 2 World Championships, and now they're back in track. And those are Colombia, Croatia, and Finland. And so it was interesting to know. Thank you.
I would just like to tell the media, and you probably know this from many other competitions, there's so many wonderful stories here in this family of endurance. And as I look around at the names of the competitors, I not only see people that I've seen that have been successful in endurance for many years, but now I see their children competing. And there are several of these. You can see Alexander Toft from Australia, and there's an Italian rider that is a second generation. And so, and some of these will be going, if Juma and Maria keep going, we'll be having another combination of riders here. So that is a wonderful angle of stories and people you can talk about in your news, besides all the wonderful information that Sabrina has given you. But everywhere you look, there's a story. Whether you've overcome, a rider has overcome a handicap, or the horse has, or the horse has competed in many different competitions. So talk to people and ask around. It's a marvelous sport. Now I think we can open it up if you have questions for a specific individual. And please, if you do, raise your hand and we'll bring the microphone to you. Before we get there, I would like to introduce, for those that you have not perhaps met, Manuel Banderas de Mello, the FEI Endurance Director. Please welcome Manuel. And he would like to say a few words.
Yes. Thank you for the opportunity. I just wanted to update those figures that Sabrina referred after the vet inspection. So I can inform you now that 136 horses were inspected. 1 was eliminated by irregular gait. It's a horse from Bahrain. 3 horses withdrawn. Unfortunately, we lost Hong Kong. And the other 2 horses are from Czech Republic. And so the final numbers for the participation is 45 nations, 26 teams, 132 combinations. So that's the results from the vet inspection, and we'll see later today, by 7 o'clock, we will have the chef that gives information about the teams. That's all I can say for the moment.
Marvelous. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
That's very good news. And we have a place to start for the conference. Questions about the course or about the facility? Anyone? Everybody knows everything they need to know? Okay, if there are no further questions here, why don't we adjourn for the cocktail, and you might have some private questions that you're happy to ask as we go out. I'd like to thank the panel and Longines, FEI, and the Bionic Sphere and facility, and all of you. Thank you for coming. I see many familiar faces out there, and we'll see you on the course. Thank you.